Is it playing? Okay, so it starts with a lumberjack cow, and he stumbles across a Viking hat, and he becomes a Viking. And a Viking always comes with an axe. So here's the lumberjack Viking with an axe. And so he got bored one day and took his ship to the store. And while he was at the store with his ship, he bought a dog. And then he ditched the ship and got in a limo because he's stylish with his dog. Wait. And then he decided he wanted another dog because he's stylish now, so he has a limo. So he will decide to get a poodle because poodles are stylish. Sometimes. Only sometimes. So he got a poodle. And then he decided to get another dog to accompany these two because he didn't want them to have sex all the time. So he got another dog to be the third wheel, you know. So he got a little wiener dog, right? So then he decided he was content and drove them home, you know, in his limo. So then these dogs got dropped off at home. And so he got back in his limo and drove in his limo away and found another dog on the side of the street. And his wife, Clarice.
Who?
Clarice. And this dog, the stray dog, had a collar, and he was named Ernest. So Ernest and Clarice got picked up in the limo, and he drove them back home. So it was Ernest, Clarice, Bob the Builder, Shay, and Tim. And they all were happy in one little five. The Fanta 5 of dogs. Okay. So then he got back in his limo while his ship was at his house and decided to go surfing. So it was a lumberjack cow with an axe and a Viking hat on a surfboard. And while he was on this surfboard, a huge shark came and attacked him, right? And so his surfboard got all torn up and got flown away, right? And so he was just like, oh no, I don't have no surfboard anymore. So he got washed up and on a wave, you know, into shore. And the shark is gone. And a kite flew by, and he thought it was a nice kite. So he decided to take it from that person's hands and fly it himself with one hand on the axe still to protect himself. Okay? So he had a kite, and his Lamborghini was still by, right? You know? And
his
then
limo. His limo.
Oh no!
You didn't hear that last part.
You didn't hear that. It's a limo. So while he was flying his kite, Big Time Rush came along with their flying V guitar and a violin, which I don't understand, but they were playing it.
That's definitely a guitar.
That's not a guitar. Whatever. So they were playing some guitars and stringed instruments. And he was all like, oh yeah, I like some Big Time Rush. And he, you know, wanted to get their autograph, right? And he went over there, and Big Time Rush was wearing some sunglasses. And he thought they were really, really awesome sunglasses. So he wanted to trade sunglasses for money, right? So he paid them money and gave them the sunglasses. So, you know, he's a cool lumberjack with sunglasses and a Viking hat, right? And then he was like, dude, what are you guys playing? And they were like, music, duh. And the guy was like, well, obviously. And so he was kind of upset that they didn't say anything else other than music. What is this? Is this an alligator? Okay. So when he was going back from the beach and Big Time Rush said goodbye, he got back in his limo and went to the aquarium where he saw a turtle that can change into, hold on, a bigger turtle with a big-headed turtle with a small shell, if you can see that. See, this is the head and that's a shell. You know, it goes back and forth. Okay, so then he saw this turtle, right? And that was the only animal that they had at the freaking aquarium. He got so upset that he crashed his limo into the aquarium, and the turtles all died, and then the limo just got blown up, right? So he was like, what am I supposed to do? So he took this guitar, and he changed it into a Lamborghini. And he drove his Lamborghini, out. And this girl, right? This girl was like, oh, that is a hot Lamborghini, right? And she was a princess of a castle with a crown, She had a crown. So, Viking, lumberjack with cool sunglasses and axe, decided to marry this princess and put a huge rock on her finger, right? So they were married, And this crown got transferred to him, because he's now the king of the castle, right? So here's his new home, and here's the ring on his lady's finger. And to protect this castle, instead of those crazy moats and bridges, he got a two-headed dragon to protect this castle. So there's a two-headed dragon, and some alligators in the foyer of this castle, you know what I mean? So yeah. So then he decided to take his and a shield. I don't know what the shield's for, but to protect. So then, and they were in love, as well as protection. So then he decided to take his woman to the zoo. Yeah, his love woman to the zoo on his Lamborghini. And he saw some fat anteaters and some ostriches with big butts and some elephants and some cows with faucet heads. If you're like me, you understand that is a faucet, not horns. And some dinosaurs and some giraffes. And then this pimp took his woman, now I sound like I'm holding a pimp farm, to a farm, and it was sunny outside, right? And then for some reason it immediately turned night. It was just like, boom, night. And and they saw some stars. And this chick, came onto his face and was poop nuggets on his face, And he was like, there's a poop nugget on my face from a chick. So his woman was like, oh, it's okay, it's just a poop nugget. And to protect himself from having other poop nuggets from these chicks, he put an umbrella over his head, because he didn't want any more poop nuggets. And then, because his Lamborghini couldn't protect him, it didn't have a roof. And then this bee came by, right? Wait, no, we already saw butterflies. Okay. And then so, to make his lady happier, since he just got poop nuggets on his face, he gave her some flowers. So she got even happier, with her love. It expanded. Yeah. And, trumpets started playing out of happiness. And then out of nowhere, a bee came buzzing by, right? And stung Lumberjack Joe, crown, sunglasses, axe guy. And he died. And an angel came and took him to heaven. And that's the Silly Band story.